everybody, so welcome back. Last session, you all had just made landfall onto Ice White Island, and quickly found yourselves squaring off with some of the more ferocious creatures that inhabit the island, seemingly plucked from Rissia itself and dropped into this unforgiving landscape. After defeating this creature, defending the Undeniable and her crew against certain destruction, you had ingratiated yourself with that ship's captain, and so she vowed that regardless of the conditions that her crew and her faced, that they would be here to pick you up when it was time for you all to depart. Originally, they had only given you a handful of days to complete your mission, but now, after having proven yourself friends of her and her crew, they will wait as long as they must. And so, with that assurance, you all set out into the frozen tundra of the island in the direction of the Icy Spire, a massive tower looming against the storm clouds in the distance, and the assumed location of a powerful artifact known as the Hoarfrost Flower, another piece of Nigel Farius's Convergence Manifesto. It was no easy trek. You all faced many dangers, including thin ice, slippery trails, and the blizzard itself, which after some short time of traveling through the tundra had engulfed you completely. After some time traveling through the tundra, you all did begin to approach the spire itself, and as it came into view just over a rise, you witnessed a battle, the aftermath of a battle, rather. It seemed that the Death's Gate survivors had made it this far from their crash site on the shoreline, and several of them were felled by a creature that was unknown at first, but quickly made itself known to you all. A starving, half-mad Remerhaz beneath the ice lunged at you all and attempted to make a meal of you, as it did with the previous party. After you were able to defeat this creature, it became obvious that the Deathsgaters had defeated another such creature, and this, being its mate, had been left behind, wounded, but still very dangerous. After that, you all began to ascend the hilltop, the rise, until finally, the spire stood before you all. Like a large icicle, the spire twisted towards the sky as if it were a gnarled finger pointing accusingly at the moons high overhead. A large rune-carved archway with a set of double doors lead into the spire. From where you all stand on the hilltop looking down at this entrance, you all can see that through the cracks in the door, there is light emerging. And if you listen carefully, the sound of conversation drifts towards you on the wind, coming from that spire. So, what would you all like to do?
There's conversation happening in secret. Maybe we should listen.
Noted.
Go ahead.
Gonna mention. I noted at the end of the last session that Red was carrying the corpse of the very, very warm creature up with them, if possible.
That is a huge creature. You can carry pieces of the corpse.
What if Yuji helps?
Whoa, what? The thing that lava blood came out of, you just want to cut it up and carry it up the hill?
No. Don't cut it. No cutting. We carry the whole thing. We use the whole thing, and we sleep on it or under it. It is very, very, very warm.
At least temporarily.
Point of order, it is very quickly losing that heat now that it is dead.
No! Okay. So it doesn't feel like it would be warm at night?
I want to be sure one of my notes is correct. You said during last session when we found the bodies, that all but one of them looked like it had been killed in the combat by a creature, but that one had been stabbed, correct?
Correct. One of the crew members appears to have been stabbed in the back. Furthermore, when you were on the ship, it did appear that the captain of that vessel had been strangled.
Right.
And metagaming, or go ahead, Carl. Sorry.
And the other question I had was, does anybody need any healing before we go trying to listen to a conversation in the ice tower? Because last session ended with combat over and a brief 2 sentences from Comet. So
I could use up one of my scrolls of cure wounds.
I'm literally doing so good, you guys. Don't even worry about it.
As a point of order, the contract from Tinge is secret from the group, though, right?
That is correct.
Right.
Tinge is the only one aware
Okay.
of that.
Then I need 6 HP if anyone's got 6. Otherwise, I'll use Lay on Hands.
I don't think I have any. I was just curious. What
Wait,
conditions
I mean,
we're
I can
in.
You're 6
heal,
from.
but
You're 6 from total.
I need 6 to max out. I'm at 26. I'm assuming, Red, you're the lowest, aren't you?
I'm literally doing so great at my very, very fine and sexy 10 HP.
I will use a cure wounds scroll. I don't know. I don't think it'll cast if I just click it. So I don't want to mess up my spell slots though. Just do the D8 plus 4. There you go. I have more if you need it.
One.
Do you usually bleed that much?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see how much that was. Sorry, I didn't. Oh, it's
8.
a D10. Oh, okay. So with that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was like, that's not mine.
Oh.
I don't know what the D10 was.
Oh,
I think that was
the
second wind.
the fighter thing. Yeah.
I'll give you 9 from Lay on Hands.
Okay. That's okay. So that's 8, and the 9 would be 27. Yes. Yeah, 27. Nice. I'm good. Now I am at. But I'm not covered in. Well, I'm still covered in blood, but it's dried blood. No longer bleeding.
Okay, so how far away are we away from the tower?
Less than 100 feet.
Any signs of anyone outside that might be keeping an eye out, or
Make a perception check. The blizzard does make it difficult, so do so at disadvantage.
okay. I'm good at those. Watch this.
With an
Hey.
18,
I was like, you're good at those.
it does not appear that there is anyone outside or near the spire.
Could we check and see if there's any tracks to make a determination of how many people might be in the spire?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Or footprints or anything like that? I knew that was coming.
There's a chance that it's a good idea. Maybe someone has snuck up on the other adventurers and they're in trouble.
Yuji, you see no tracks at all whatsoever.
Yep. Looks like snow, boys. We're good.
Just a quick point of order. Silas has returned to the Undeniable, the trek back being considerably easier than the trek here, after a message reached you all that the ship was under pretty consistent attack from sea creatures. They requested one of you to head back. Silas answered that call. He will rejoin you all as soon as he is able.
Did they send a raven or something?
I think I was going to have it be a runner. Just an individual very good at survival.
Jeez. Okay. Sounds good.
That's good.
That was just very nice, Silas.
The thought of that is just very funny.
One guy shows up, his beard's all covered in
Yeah, we barely scraped by as a group.
Just one random sailor's just running across the ice. Yeah, pretty
He has to
common.
run. Maybe Silas can carry him.
You can ride the Drake.
Oh, nice, even better. Yeah.
So should we like try and sneak up there, or can Dimitri's little
Absolutely.
friend like go take a peek?
I like the idea of sneaking up there. Who's our sneakiest person?
Oh, at the
Other-
moment,
Silas.
Other
He
than,
left.
other
You?
than Zero.
I was like,
I'm pretty sneaky.
I'm good at it. I'm pretty good at it. We can go together.
Okay.
Ooh,
Rest of us move up to within
Wait.
like 60-ish feet.
I'm currently not.
Works for
sneaky.
me.
If I take 10 minutes, I will be sneaky again. But I need to take this. This armor's pretty loud. I guess I
Okay.
Leave your armor on. Somebody else
Okay.
can sneak.
Yeah. You can go. You sneak.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
The
I will go
conditions do make sneaking considerably easier. Your checks would be at advantage.
Oh, excellent.
okay. So I guess
What? I
hey
can
Dimitri.
Sure.
Okay.
Gotta.
Oh, right, Dimitri is
Seven.
are
17.
sneaky.
Yeah, I'm not.
So,
I guess 17.
you all managed to sneak up to the doorway. It is a rather large arched doorway, but now that you're close, you can see that the door is only about maybe... It's a little bit shorter than you all, indicating that it must have been designed for and by dwarves. You see light exuding through the cracks around this door, and you can hear muffled voices from within. They appear to be arguing. Make a perception check.
What language?
They are speaking common.
Okay.
You can hear 4 distinct voices. Fantastic.
Half orc, half elk, and
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Do I hear the
Can you make
distinct dulcet tones of a half orc?
so you hear a high-pitched feminine voice cry out and say, "Nobody is getting left here, Flair. Not one of us. I know you haven't been in the guild for very long, but that is not how we operate. We may only have 1 day of food left." And then you hear another voice, I know, you all hold your honors in such high regard." And then a deep voice, "Honor is all, little man. You do best to remember that." They continue arguing in this manner. It's clear from their discussion that they are running very low on supplies, and one of their number is suggesting that 4 may be too many
Oh, jeez.
to survive on their current supplies.
What do you think that means?
And you hear one monotone voice in the back, very pragmatic, agreeing with him, but not with his methods.
Oh, he wants to
What
execute.
methods is that voice suggesting?
She suggests rationing further and making another attempt at the door.
We have lots of supplies. We should go in there and help and partner. Let's go back and join the others. Unless you want to go in and talk to them, maybe we can negotiate this before we even, bring everyone else here.
I think we should all be together. Wave the others forward.
Okay. I will wave. Hey! Outside.
We come running up.
It's like the way they like be sneaky come forward, or it's like combat roll up there.
Neither.
Going loud!
I'll be sneaky. I'll be sneaky anyway.
Okay.
Totally
A little bit.
like doing the sneaky.
That's a 12.
Simple.
Not that.
I want to be sneaky too. Then here we go.
You're wearing heavy armor, Fred?
Yeah, medium.
Yeah, it just calls it
Oh.
heavy because it's medium.
Disadvantage,
No,
yeah.
yeah. I hate that. It's
So
outside.
you're in scale mail, right?
Yeah. It
Okay.
should say like it should just say not stealthy armor or something. but
stealthless armor.
Dimitri, you're in infiltrator armor, right?
I am.
Yeah, so you actually don't have disadvantage on.
Well, no,
Right.
he does. It
No.
cancels out. It cancels out as normal. We talked about it before.
Yeah, it's just saying that I don't have
He
disadvantage.
doesn't have disadvantage.
No, yeah, we also wouldn't have it because of the snow
Right.
and stuff.
You two
So-
walk up and like crouch really low. What's the plan? Should we
So-
bust in there? Are they
It
weakened?
sounds like they hadn't planned on being here. So their supplies are low. We have plenty of supplies, and it sounds like they are very focused on honor and not leaving anyone behind. So I
Uh-huh.
think that
Sure
least
sounds
two
like
of them
their
are.
problem.
I do. Well, one of them is, a murderer. I wonder if one of them knows that.
Yeah,
eh,
and one
Well-
of them is suggesting that they need to not have 4 people, but instead have 3, so the supplies last longer. So I'm guessing that's the murderer. Could we tell which one that was?
It was a male voice. Very
Elfin.
Elvin.
sly, pompous, maybe a little twitchy.
Yeah, Elvin.
Old.
I think maybe the one that was stabbed in the back is the one that strangled someone before, and I don't agree with the methods, but maybe they punished him for the wrongdoing.
And they also
Yeah.
stabbed them. They also stabbed them after they survived the attack from that one creature. That's definitely what happened.
If there's 2 people that have been murdered along the way, chances are the same person did it. Okay,
Hope that that's not true, but
follow my lead.
Oh, no.
okay.
I roll in the snow and ice some, so I look way colder and miserable than I actually am, which is impressive. And I loudly open the door enough for myself to squeeze. Oh my God! There's a fire!
The moment you open the door, you hear someone begin to cast a spell, and then
Oh, no.
you see another. You get a glimpse of a huge form rush and knock down somebody across the way, and the deep voice of a half-orc yells, "You would slay our rescue, fool!" And then he turns, wielding a massive axe. There
Oh,
is
no.
a enormous half-orc man
Like him so much.
standing in front of the doorway, and you see a thin elven man dressed far too nicely for the environment on the floor. In the back corner of this room, you see a lithe, pale-skinned elven woman in black and gold robes, and standing literally underneath the orc with a bow drawn and pointed at you is a little halfling woman with dinosaur feathers in her poncho. And the orc looks at you and he says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I'm Kay. I'm on an expedition.
The elven
We're
woman in
looking
the
for this
back
fire.
says, "He is Clifftop."
Freezing. Can I please warm at your fire?
The elven woman in the back just identified you. Okay. She looks at
As
you.
in
and-
cast identify on me?
I'm sorry, you cast a spell to conceal yourself?
No.
No. She looks at you and she says he is from Clifftop.
And I will say yes, I am from Clifftop. I'm on exhibition. We were looking for this tower. Can we warm at your fire?
The man in the back says, "They're from the rival guild. They'll slay us in our sleep. Turn him out. Send him into the cold."
We were sent to save you.
Who all is there? Is it just
I believe it's
Kay, or
just
are we
Kay
all
at the
there?
moment. Has anyone else approached with Kay?
Well, he
we,
said-
were at the, we were at the door.
Okay.
I'm
So I
totally
think
gonna go
we-
in.
I kept on saying we and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
to
okay.
both
Yeah.
make sure that
Yeah,
the
so
the
Red-
Deathgate people knew it was more than just me, and to give
Yeah.
opportunity for others to.
Red comes around the corner. We were sent here to save you because your lousy asses couldn't do it.
The
I wouldn't put it
halfling
Please stop pointing
points
that
her
at me.
bow at you. She says,
Okay.
"We're doing just fine, thank you."
Rationing your food, running out. Sounds like you're doing great.
The half-orc looks down and says, "Farron, we need their help." And he looks up at you, the big half-orc, and says, "Insult us again, and we will find another way to help ourselves."
Mhm.
Whoa, hello.
The
Well,
woman in the back
yeah.
says, "Let them in. We do need assistance." And go ahead.
Would it be reasonable to say that maybe Silas left some of his good berries with us?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. I will walk forward and offer them each good berries if they would like good berries.
Yeah, one each.
I know you're hungry. I'm sorry we kind of listened in a little bit before we came to join. Just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be okay. But if you're hungry, a friend of ours is good at making magic, and these are like excellent good berries. I think he calls them good berries, but they're really good.
Yeah, they're not poisoned or anything.
All right.
Don't
No.
even worry about
Why would they be poisoned? That's silly.
it.
Eugene in the back corner looks real concerned for a second there.
I'm Dimitri, by the way.
So they open the door the rest of the way, and you notice that it's quite warm, emanating from the spire. There's no fire inside or anything like that, but the temperature is somehow stabilized inside. The walls are made of ice. The floor is completely made of ice, although it is not slippery. It is magically tractioned somehow. But they gesture you inside, and the entranceway, the foyer of the spire, is about 15 feet wide and about 30 feet across. The room's filled with scattered, used, and rotted supplies, obviously here for far longer than this current expedition. Looking around, you can see that the refuse scattered across the room is a camp. It appears to have been of dwarven origins. And along with all of those things is 4 individuals as well. As
Or
you
other
all-
individuals?
No, just the 4 that mentioned before.
Okay.
So the 5 of you and 4 others. As
Halfling, half orc, half elf, and elf.
correct. They make their introductions as they allow you all inside and close the door up behind you.
Did they take the good berries?
They do, and they begrudgingly thank you for them. And the little halfling woman says, "Well, I could have done this if I'd remembered." You can tell that she is a druid herself, but she does not know Goodberry. So she,
Dumbass.
yeah.
That's like the first thing you learn. No, I'm
Mhm.
Well, that's okay. It's our friend is not generally focused on that sort of thing, but he's always smart enough to prepare it for us. It's coming really handy. So glad we were able to help you with it.
Right. So she, again, kind of with her brow furrowed, says, "Thank you. We would have found our own way out of here eventually, you know."
Oh, have no
I
doubt.
like that.
That
You look
That
competent.
giant lava bow wasn't helping your case, I'm sure.
We killed one of them. And then the
finished
guy in the
off
back
the other.
says, the thin elven man in the back says, "Yeah, thanks to me." And then the elven woman looks towards him and says, "It may not be wise to draw attention to how you slew that beast, Flare." Kind of says, "I did what I had to do." And then Farron wheels on him and you can see her hand at a little dagger in her belt. She says, "We do not sacrifice our own to make it easier on ourselves, Flare. That is not the Death's Gate way." And then Gorashta, the big half-orc, puts his hand on her shoulder. He has to practically stoop down to do it. He says, "Calm, Farron. Violence solves nothing here." And he
I agree.
looks at the elf. "But I have my eye on you, Flare."
What happened?
So, the elf in the back says, "Well, I slew the first beast, the great worm of fire." And then the elven woman looks towards him and says, "Right, just after the man who was fighting beside you suddenly fell to his knees, unable to move. And after you called the beast's attention to him."
You strangle that captain too?
All three of the Gorashta, Farron, and Aina all kind of turn towards you, and then slowly their gaze goes back to the elven man. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never committed a murder in my life.
Well, I mean, they just said that you did. They just.
Then what happened?
I assume he's lying, but
Yuji would pipe in Karnath. We can just ask the dead if that's what you want to do. We have the body.
Make a perception check, Yuji.
I'm gonna die.
Insight,
Oh God.
or insight.
Neither of those are that good. Here we go.
Okay, good stuff.
Right on target.
On target. Okay.
I'm sorry. Are you Flare? We'll say to the elf.
He kind of straightens up a bit, and then with both of his hands out, he kind of gestures, and he essentially produces a prestidigitation of a pair of purple and green glowing flames in his hands. At your service.
Excellent.
how is he armed and armored, equipped?
Okay. He is wearing a rapier. He has a couple daggers on his body. You don't see anything to indicate that he's a spellcaster.
But does he look like a rogue?
You said when I came in that somebody started casting a spell, and then
Somebody began to speak. Somebody began to speak the words of spell, yes.
Okay, can I tell what spell that was?
Make an Arcana check.
Go. Yeah.
He began to speak the verbal components of Fireball.
Oh.
Heyo.
Fireball. Okay. And it was a male voice
Jeez.
that I heard trying to cast a spell, not a female voice.
It was.
Okay.
It's either the half orc or the other guy.
No,
Jesus
I know it
Christ.
wasn't the half orc because yeah, but I wouldn't be saying that out loud.
Well,
They
if you're
were-
saying that
Hold it back.
you didn't kill anyone, then what happened? Because we found someone who is clearly strangled and someone else who is stabbed in the back.
So he says, as far as a strangulation, I have no idea what you're talking about. He says, but do you tell him where? Yeah, I think he would just assert that he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that he's lying, but I am trying to get a feel for whether or not he's rattled at all by the accusation.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Look, we know he killed the halfling dude because they told us, but the other thing is right. Yeah.
Who told us?
They told us that he literally stabbed the guy that was out front.
He didn't say they
When
didn't
did
say
they
he
say that?
stabbed him. They said that the guy beside him fell
Fell.
down, unable to move, and that he attracted the worm to that person.
That is what they have said. Yes, and he would assert that again. That he would name the person. He probably wouldn't name the person. He would say that the sailor standing beside him suddenly fell ill, and he did his best to help him, but was unable, and the worm descended upon him. Nothing he could do. Did everything he could. Will be his assertion. And Kay, he is either a phenomenal liar or he's telling the truth.
Right. Okay.
Well, who?
Tinge is just looking around, blind sight, to make sure there's nobody else we can't see.
There is, in fact, nobody else in the room. Except for, I did forget to mention, the two frozen solid individuals standing in front of the door at the end of the room.
Dwarves?
Dwarves?
No.
Oh?
They appear to be Lorander sailors.
I
Oh.
was gonna say sailors.
That's
They're dead.
Ranger sailors?
How's
What
Lorander? Yeah.
happened?
But
I
their
thought
ship
the
wasn't
other
house-
ship wasn't House Lorander.
Oh, that's my bad. That is entirely my bad. Correct. Just sailors, not House Lorander.
Okay.
Oh man.
I forgot not all
Mind
sailors.
blown. I was like, what's
No,
going
that's my
on?
bad. That's my bad.
Okay.
Modern sailors. They do not appear to be dwarven or ancient of any kind.
Yeah, Red will pop a squat next to the orc, the half orc.
Can Yuji look at the sailors to see if they're just frozen unconscious or frozen dead or really dead or dead by other means?
Make a medicine check.
What happened to them? With this room feeling so warm.
On par, on fire.
alive.
I can't play no more.
Yeah, good stuff. They appear to
They're
be
dead.
very cold. Hypothermia might be a problem. Now,
Noted.
So, who said that they were approaching the doors?
That was Yuji.
Okay,
Yuji to
so
check on the
as you
sailors.
approach, the elven woman would very lithely stand. She almost floats. She's wearing long black and gold robes, so you don't even really see her legs as she stands and moves and interposes herself between you and the door. She says, "Very dangerous. It's already killed 2 of our number." And then she turns, and she kind of what are you wearing, Yuji? You're associated with Karnath, right? Like you have Karnathi symbology about you.
Yeah, it'd be essentially that kind of ancient Carnathian armor, but all the distinguishing marks that would tie me back to like the Emerald Claw or the military have been removed.
Okay. She kind of gives
and
you.
they'll probably could remember it,
She
depending on
kind
where
of
they
gives
were.
you a quick up and down, Yuji, and she kind of after she says her warning to stay clear of the doors, she kind of makes a pensive kind of expression, very thoughtful, and she says, almost too quiet to hear, that Mabar has touched you. And then she begins to describe what happened with the door. She says that... Well, first she gestures towards the door, and these doors are engraved with 4 different symbols. A wand, a scroll, a book, and a spell arranged in 4 columns. Aina, the elven woman, says, there seems to be some sort of locking mechanism tied to these runes. When we tried to simply push the door open, she gestures towards the 2 frozen individuals. He says, everybody in the room was struck by this chilling blast, but unfortunately, these 2 individuals were not able to survive the onslaught. The half-orc bows his head. You hear him mutter something under his breath, could be a prayer, before he raises his head again. And the elven woman says, we haven't had the means to make another attempt, although I'm sure that these symbols have something to do with it. And at that point, Farron says, this is our find, Aina. At which point, Gor Ashta kind of puts his hand on her shoulder again and says, Farron, we will not get far without help. You know this. Then the half-elf woman under her breath says, Yeah, but why did it have to be clifftop?
Red sticks her tongue out at the half elf.
Well,
at the halfling.
It's
Oh, yeah.
fair. It's fair to say. I mean, we're all here together, obviously looking for the same thing. None of us are going to, at the end of the day, keep what it is that we find. We're. I'm assuming that you were hired by various to collect this. Is that right?
Fair, and the halfling crosses her shoulders and turns away from you. The
Well,
half-orc.
let's just we can work out an arrangement to work together. I mean,
Can
I-
Yuji do an insight check to how, besides just eyeballing me, the half elf was able to determine?
She's a full elf. She's a moon elf.
Well, oh, that answers a lot probably. But Yuji wouldn't know that, so
Yeah. Go ahead and make a. What'd you make the first time? Was it perception or insight?
I did perception last time. I just did insight, and
Nice.
my dice suck. So
you need to put them in dice jail.
Throw out the
how
whole
do I
program.
change out dice on roll 20? Like, where do you swap them out at?
Kay would like to walk over to the door, not touching it.
Well,
I'm looking at symbols, looking for writing, looking around the archway or whatever, that the door frame itself. Looking for anything that indicates how this operates.
what were the
Fantastic.
4 symbols?
Well,
A wand.
why don't I go
prayer.
ahead and put you guys here for now? Just
She was
for
gonna cast
reference, this
Fall in
door.
there?
Just for quick reference, this door out here leads outside.
Is this Farron?
Yes. So I'll go ahead and introduce everybody real quick. Da-da. So we have Farron. She is a halfling. She dresses in a patterned poncho and wears dinosaur feathers in her hair. She wears a Deathsgate Guild amulet on her chest, like on a chain that hangs around her neck and is visibly clear on her chest. She seems very proud of it. Then there is Gor Ashta. Gor Ashta is a very simple individual. When he speaks, he only speaks a few words at a time, but he tends to get his point across whenever he does speak. He's very straightforward, and he carries himself as if he's knows how massive he is and is always conscious to not accidentally knock anything over or bump into anybody or anything like that. Very, very conscious of his size and strength.
Nice.
And then we have Aena Tamas. She is an elven woman. Please excuse the Lolth symbol on her forehead. That is not actually there. I could not find any good symbols of the Undying Court on an elf to put, so that was the best I could do.
Neat.
She wears black and gold robes. Her face is painted, depicting a stylized white skull. And she doesn't make it... She makes it clear relatively quickly in knowing her that she serves the Undying Court. And while she is loyal to the Deathsgate Guild, her loyalties lie first and foremost to the court. She's much more reserved than the others. She does not speak as much as Farron and Gor Ashta do. And then finally, we have Flair. He makes a point of casting little prestidigitation, illusion-style magic in his hands and things like that. He often offers to cast a spell, but quickly, even if taken up on the offer, comes up with a reason why he shouldn't, or it's a bad idea at the time.
Does he have? Is there any sort of illumination of a dragon mark on him or anything as he casts spells?
Make a perception check.
You got this.
Totally got this. 3.
So, That would be a no. He wears long sleeves, collar up to his almost all the way up to his chin. Very little of his body is exposed, but you do not see a dragon mark anywhere.
Does he have an obvious spellcasting focus that he has, or a component pouch?
He has what looks like a wand at his side.
What would that tell us?
I was trying to figure out whether or not he is a real spellcaster or a charlatan.
Oh.
Mage right.
He's just...
Or yeah.
Like a wand, whatever.
Wand slinger.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is in here, in these barrels?
So as you start going through things, Farron says, "We've already been through all of that. Nothing useful. Except for that thing that..." She kind of stops. And Aina says, "Well, you've already all but told them, Farron," and she holds up a book. She says, "It's a journal left by the Moor archaeologists that this site once belonged to. I'm having trouble deciphering it. May have taken me a few more days, but if any of you have any scholarly experience, perhaps you could take a look at it."
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help.
Do you know what language it is?
She says that it is written in an ancient dwarven dialect that she does not recognize. Furthermore, let me go ahead and finish describing the door to you all real quick. So, Kay, you said that you were taking a good hard look at the door. So,
Yep.
The door is engraved with 4 different symbols: a wand, a scroll, a book, and a spell. They are arranged in 4.
Spell?
A spell. I'll show you a visual representation in a moment here. They're arranged in 4 columns. Each column is comprised of the same symbol repeated 4 times in alternating orientations. At the bottom of each column is an empty space where a plate can be affixed. To the right and left of the door are the engravings of 2 dwarves, 4 in total, 2 on each side of the door. And these dwarves each hold a plate with a symbol that corresponds with one of the columns on the doors. Now, this is the pattern that is present on the door.
So the spell is the book?
The spell, I think, is the potion bottle.
Oh.
Let me see. A wand, a scroll, a book, and a potion bottle. We'll just call it a potion bottle, yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I have that up again? I accidentally clicked on it. It's like for it on the side.
Let me make a note for it real quick.
We have these
maybe put it in the
plates,
chat.
right?
Okay. And so they need to be oriented. The last one needs to be oriented in a way that they aren't otherwise.
Don't think there's any chances at this, though, if it fried 2 other people already.
Well, before we get too much farther into this, I want to...
Here you are. Here's a handout for everyone.
I'm next to Farron, and I want to say, I understand it seems that you've got some sort of concerns about the Clifftop Adventurers Guild. Maybe something happened in the past that soured you to our group, but we're not them. We're clearly capable. We made it this far, and we all have the same mission. So I think your friend Garashtra is right. We're better together than apart. So can we agree to at least help each other to find this, and not, I will kind of eye towards the elf douche, not stab each other in the back. In fact, go out of our way to help, and I will offer over my water skin too.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Who is he speaking to?
Farron?
Farron, the one
Farron.
who seems to be
I was
not.
trying to figure out whether or not it seemed like Farron or Aina was
In charge.
yeah.
I'm just figuring she seems to be the most vocally opposed.
Every time she looks at Red, her tongue is sticking out, especially during this conversation.
Okay. Check something.
Can,
Nina.
can we go back to when, you described that she was with the Undying Court? Could I make a check of some sort to see if you two remember what that is or not? Because that would be kind of important.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. So Dimitri, Farron kind of gives you a look, and she kind of glares up at you. You can see her kind of thinking it over for a moment. But with a 13...
Yeah, I know. My dice were not in my favor.
With a 13, she looks up at you and says, "Don't you go trying to trick me. I know what you're about. Always thinking that the clifftop is so much better than Death's Gate. We'll show you.
What?
We're worth just as much as you all."
I have no doubt. No, I don't think you're better. I don't think I'm better than anybody.
You can try again later.
Just ask them.
You can definitely try again. Not right now.
You see Yuji kind of nodding in agreement. Yeah,
Well,
he's good. He's good there.
I hate to let a roll that good go to waste. What do you tell her?
I tell her exactly that. I'm not. I don't think I'm better than anybody. Just ask them. All I want to do is help.
Is he casting guidance during the conversation?
Oh, you can. I'm sorry. I need to turn that off. I'm not casting spells while I'm chatting. Please ignore that.
Yeah,
So that's a 21.
Okay. So.
I'm not like do 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 do. I can do it.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. It's just like,
how are you doing? I can do it.
So, as you're speaking, Gorashta, obviously Farron's Jiminy Cricket, if you will, kind of walks up and he says, "You should listen to him, Farron. They could have attacked us. They could have waited us out here. Instead, they chose to help." And Farron kind of... Okay, 6, Yuji. Alright, so Farron kind of crosses her arms, and she says, I know. She looks up towards you, Dimitri, and looks around towards her. Thank you, everyone. I guess we should be working together.
I understand how difficult it can be to trust maybe after you've had been hurt in the past, but we'll show you no reason not to. You can trust me and you can trust my friends.
You hear from a back corner of the room, just somebody scoff. It's Flare.
Dimitri chooses to ignore it. Not that he would necessarily understand exactly what it meant anyway.
Guys, I want to try something with this door. Y'all might want to step back, possibly even outside the room.
Okay. Do you want to talk about what you want to try first?
No.
Okay. You can do it. Guidance.
Okay, you said that there were dwarves holding plates that match the plates that are already in the doors, right?
Correct.
I go to the one that has the wand.
Okay.
And I assume I can take it away from that dwarf?
Yeah.
And I rotate it so that the circle part is pointed down.
Okay.
And I hold my breath, and I put it in place.
Nothing happens. At this point, Aena walks up to you with the dwarven book open, and her brow is furrowed, and she looks at you and kind of nods, and then she looks back and says, Farron, Gorashta, step outside. He's onto something, but just in case. She stays next to you while they both leave.
I then grab the scroll,
You're much smarter than people give you credit for there, Kay.
Again, the diamond on the scroll, I want pointing down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in place.
And then the book pointing up.
Flare was one of the first ones out. Tinge.
The book
The spine on the left.
will be in the exact same orientation it is at the top.
And then the bottle pointing down.
Yeah, the where you can see the pages of the book pointing down.
Okay.
Ocean bottle. Stopper pointing down.
As soon as you place it into place, Aina snaps the book shut and gives you a nod and says, she doesn't say anything, she just snaps the book shut and gives you a nod. And as the last symbol goes into place, you all hear a deep, resounding thunk almost, and then Aina reaches out her hand and pushes on the door, and it opens.
Dimitri's gonna run in over to Kay and give him a big hug. Say, "You did it!
Yeah.
Good job!"
I did it.
As-
I don't
as
know
we-
where that knowledge came from. Probably from a dream spirit that took 5 college level, including master's level courses on set theory.
As we're coming back in, can Red position herself in a way while walking back that Flare is the last one to come in?
Sure, yeah. Gorashta walks past you, Farron trailing close behind, Flare tries to get in right after them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll just kind of stand there, and then I want to try and close it with him outside.
I know that we're in a hurry to get in here, but I doubt that anyone else is going to come behind us. But I can put up a magical alarm at the entrance just in case someone tries to come behind us. It'll only take me about 10 minutes.
I think Flare should keep watch outside, just in case another one of those worms come
Flare
by.
ducks and does a combat roll under your arm. Red, make an opposed check against him. It is, you can do athletics or acrobatics.
Funny. Ooh.
He quickly does a forward roll and pops up on the other side of you and just kind of walks away and dusts off his shoulder a bit as he walks past you.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri,
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking the door sill and the entryway, looking for any other magical traps. I think you know much more about this type of magic than I would.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I had to go to school for it.
I just dealt with magical traps in the field.
Okay. I will go up and crack my knuckles and pull down my goggles and get really close and start inspecting with investigation, I guess.
And I will give him help on investigation and arcana checks
And
that I'm proficient in, but don't have the high ability bonus for.
And I will give myself a pep talk. 28.
Nice. Alright. The room does not appear to be trapped. There does not appear to be any sort of danger in the area. It in fact looks like no one has been into this chamber in a very, very long time.
Well, I think that so far we're safe. Do you want me to put the alarm at the entrance to make sure that no one comes behind us?
I'm not sure it's necessary.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
It's not very time sensitive. Anything we're doing.
Well, Dimitri,
It's just
while
the
you
boat gonna
were,
leave us. I mean,
while you were like kneeling down, like looking at everything, and I was helping you, I would have whispered into your ear, I I think everybody that we need to worry about is already in the room with us.
And out of character, just so you know, Dimitri interprets that meaning that everyone that we need to be concerned with keeping safe is in the room with us.
Yeah.
And he will smile at you and nod.
I love him. Question about Flair. Like just in general, does he have a spell book? Like, has he been like looking at one? Has he been like, is there one like at his side or something?
Make a perception check
Oh no.
or investigation.
His
Either one's fine.
shaped lump in his pack.
Yeah, I know. It was shit. Okay. Can I wait? Yuji, have you seen Flair? Like, does he have a book? Do you think he has a spell book? I want him to help me. I want him to help me look.
Do you want me to just grab him so you can look yourself?
No, I want your eyes as well looking to see if he has one. While we like, this would be a bit retrospective, because I'm not.
Yuji
like,
just has this dumbfounded look as he looks at him real wide eye. I have all black of eyes. What do you think I'm going to do here?
Okay. Can you be?
I'll roll for it, but I know what my rules are going to be. So.
No, I just want you to. I just want the help action.
Oh, you help? Help action it is.
Thank
You
you.
should be on the other side of the room.
Thank you. Nice.
Accurate.
The new guidance is actually a reaction.
Love
Yeah,
the
I
new
saw
guidance spell. The new resistance cantrip's great too.
Alright, Red. So, you don't notice any spell books, any spell components, anything like that. Doesn't seem to have
So he-
anything on him to indicate that he is a spellcaster, except for his wand.
And the fact that he keeps on casting Prestidigitation.
Correct.
Oh. Okay. I thought he was just like
He's trying to present to be a caster.
Yeah.
Out of character.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been able to let anybody else in our group know that I heard a male voice starting to say the words to Fireball yet. There's no way I've had a chance to let anybody know that.
Oh, right.
We've been in too much of close proximity to everybody. I couldn't.
Yep. Okay. My initial assumption, because I forgot that you hadn't mentioned that, was like, okay, well, if he doesn't have a book on him, he's a sorcerer, so he's like, didn't work for shit or anything. But now it's just like, oh, he just has the wand. That's all.
I mean, he strikes me as a sorcerer. He's all suave and.
He thinks. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
He could have been using the. Since no one else here presumably can cast Fireball, he could have just been like doing that to, I don't know, make people think he can, and then he just like,
right.
He just never does.
Which were some of the questions I was asking, trying to figure out, and.
Yeah.
So what's this stuff here?
Yeah, is that a blue ice flower?
It is not. It
Hoarfrost
appears to be
flower.
an altar. Obviously, it is ancient. There is some half-melted candles and things like that on it. Nothing is frozen solid in here. Whatever extreme colds are outside, this area is protected. There is a statue on the north wall of a dwarven man holding a chest. It is solid. It doesn't appear to be openable or anything like that. But yeah, what you see is what you
about
get.
all these jars and urns around, or is that just decoration on the map?
All of that stuff is actually there. It's just empty urns.
Okay.
Can we go back to that D20 then?
Yeah, with the
roll knowledge
6.
of the past. Or will that not
So-
even help me?
Yuji, with the 6, I don't think you remember anything specifically about the Undying Court. However, it's not exactly secret knowledge, right? The Undying Court is an established organization. It's not like a...
So metagaming, I remember that the Undying Court and Carnathian Undead don't get along, and that's what I was trying to ascertain. Since Yuji doesn't remember, would it come to his recollection someone of an Undying Court be a bad figure in his mind? That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay.
But 6 says no.
No, there would be no negative connection for you right now. As I was reading through it earlier, I didn't really see any direct negativity between the two. Did I miss something?
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. I just remember that they don't like the undead, right? They don't like reborns and that nature.
Yeah, it's the difference between undeath and undying that, in that little common knowledge thing I was saying, people, have a hard time sort of making the distinction of, but for them it's pretty distinct. Like one, the undead are brought back by Mabar, and the undying are, what was the place that we were just at? The positive energy. They're sustained by positive
Eberron.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that where they come from the positive energy and Mabar comes from the negative energy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a natural
all deals with
force.
the dragon mark of death and the blood of Vol.
Does Mooney over here give like Yuji the stink eye?
Okay. So the information that I'm given on Anna and her association with the Undying Court is that she has an especially close connection to Mabar. Is what they were telling. Is what I'm getting here. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would Yuji be able to sense that too?
Oh, sorry. So yeah.
Obviously, she picked up on it, but I'm
right.
trying
She
to see
picked up on it and mentioned it to you.
Or not.
So. Yeah. She is.
That's why when you said Undying Court, I was like,
right,
oh
she
boy.
is definitely showing an interest in Yuji. Finds him curious for some reason. You can see her studying him whenever she thinks people aren't looking.
Red would kind of give Yuji a nod and then nod to her. Like, hey, she got the hots for you.
Yuji would kind of lean back. I don't think that's quite what's going on here. She gives me the creeps.
You're lost.
It gives you the creeps. Got it.
Okay, but yeah, she, whenever asked about it, she would just shake her head and say that it's nothing, if anyone was to ask her or confront her about that.
Mm-hmm. I totally know everything that's going on in this room. I'm so learned.
I assume these are stairs going up?
They are indeed. And looking up the well, you can tell that they go up and up and up.
Dimitri will take a coin and like leave it kind of like his little offering at this little religious thing.
Okay.
And like do like a little, I don't know, like the non-Catholic prayer thingy awkwardly. And then I think we go up from here.
Wait, Flare. You seem to be a practitioner. Do you have any good magic that could seek out what is above or help protect us from what's above?
He kind of looks around and says, well, of course I do. There's all kinds of things that I could cast to help us figure out what's up there, but I would hate to waste my valuable magical resources on such a mundane task when we could just go look. And at that point, Farron rushes up on him and grabs him by the collar and says, what kind of a goddamn wizard are you? You're supposed to be our caster. I haven't seen you cast one damn spell except for those lights in your hands. And at that point, he stands and Farron is lifted off the ground as she's holding onto his coat.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Oh no.
I like her.
She's still holding on.
Like her too.
She's still holding on to him. She in fact pulls herself up a little higher so she's more at eye level with him. She says, you answer me. You're not really a wizard, are you? Just did that to get on the boat. I know it. Don't you lie to me. And at that point, Koroshta walks up to her, does the thing where he puts his hand on her shoulder and says, Farron, this is not going to get us anywhere.
I think it's getting us plenty of places.
No, it's fair to make sure that we understand appropriately the capabilities of our party members. So she's right there, but maybe there's a better way to go about it. Flare, are you actually a wizard, or did you maybe fail out of wizarding school? And you're ashamed to admit that?
How dare you make such accusations?
I didn't. I asked a question.
His accent, can I tell nationality? Ondair, Thrain, Breland?
I would probably say... Yeah, I don't know, so no.
Sounds
I did not
Ondaran to me.
assign a nationality to him, so
That's
Ondarans are foppishy.
there you go.
Yeah, but if he's on Darren, then there's a higher chance that he actually is a wizard.
Mhm.
I was actually hoping that his accent might say he was Thrain.
Mm. Well, we're not getting any closer to the end, and I don't want our ship to be in any more danger than it is.
No.
Don't worry, there's plenty of room for everyone to be able to leave on our ship. And they're going to wait for us until we're completed, but I don't want to push the luck on that.
You two will stand in front of the door and kind of almost guarding the entrance and say, why don't you run up quickly and find out what's up there and don't die.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Brad's gonna pull out her wand of warming and start waving it around and teasing Flair. Just like, ooh, magic.
Dimitri's going to go
am-
upstairs.
I am following Dimitri. Is anybody else coming?
Oh yeah, I'll come.
Farron is still
Yeah,
holding on to Flair. She's just looking at her, looking him dead in the eye, and she says, I am watching you. Then she lets go and drops down and walks away.
Dimitri will be stealthy. I'm sure glad that we don't have any weird interpersonal issues like they seem to have. Oh!
Nice. All right.
I say far too loudly.
Oh wait, actually, while we were here, actually no, never mind.
All right. So, Dimitri and Kay, you trudge up that spiraling stairwell for quite some time, perhaps rising even several hundred feet into the air from the entrance when the flight of stairs... Go ahead.
When it's obvious that we're going up and up and up and up and up, I tap Dimitri on the shoulder and go, should we be doing this by ourselves, or should we be bringing everybody else?
Well, I think we should bring everyone else, but they asked me to scout ahead and check it out
It's not
before.
that.
As you say that, Farron, like, from underneath you, says, we're fine, just the three of us.
Okay.
I like the stick.
I'm hoping that everybody below us knows that if Farron came up those stairs, to follow.
Mm-hmm. Red just likes Farron. Red followed up as soon as she saw her go up.
Comet, I have a rules question for
What's
you.
up?
Can Hex be cast on somebody if they don't know you cast it? Do they know they've been hexed?
The way I always consider that is anything that would apply a negative attribute to somebody, unless the spell specifies that they don't know, then they know.
Okay. That's kind of the way I would rule it. I've seen it ruled other ways. I wanted to be sure. Because I would love to surreptitiously, I can't say that word, put a hex on him, but
Secretly.
try it.
I always
Discreetly,
assume that
yeah.
I always assume the secondary effect of reapplying it they wouldn't be able to tell, but the primary one they would be able to, because you make noise and then they feel bad. So
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't put it on somebody and kill them. So.
So earlier about your comment about Farron and the rest of them knowing, you hear down from below Gorashta say, Farron, I hate when you do that. Please be careful.
Oh, did they sneak past everybody?
She did.
Falf did, yeah.
That was Farron that came up. I was thinking that was Flair that came up.
No, that was Farron. That was Farron.
Oh yeah, I'm cool with Farron following.
Oh.
That's why I was like, why do you want us to follow and leave the bad guy alone in the room with these people?
Yeah, she got a 26 on her stealth check right there.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not rolling
Show
against
off.
that. So.
I was like, yeah, no one's beating that. She just appears.
I think our one person that had a chance to like see that with perception is not here today.
Get back to the boat.
Even
Yep.
he, it would have. I don't think he has a 26 passive.
No, not passive. I'm just saying I think he would have been the only one with a chance to get a 26 on a die roll
Pose check.
for perception. All right,
All right,
Yeah,
trudging
we heard her
upstairs.
talking.
trudging up the stairs.
Yeah.
I made it quite echoey, and we all heard her when she started talking.
Probably.
I'm intentionally keeping an eye out for like any markings, any other weird symbols, anything like that.
Well, you are in luck, because after dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of stairs, the staircase does terminate at a set of double doors, made completely of ice just like everything else in the spire. Etched into the center of the door, where they meet, is one large rune about the size of a person's palm. And as you all come to that door, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Woo!
Alright, buddy, so welcome back. You have spent many a minute walking up a staircase, only to find a closed door at the top of it. Etched into the center of this door, where the doors meet, right at the seam, is one large rune about the size of a person's palm.
Michi, can you tell what ruin it is?
Arcana check? Question mark?
Okay. Real quick, before we do that check, it would actually be a history check. But before you make that check, Farron kind of tilts her ear up. Does anybody have a passive perception higher than 14?
Oh no.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So Farron kind of
Oh,
kind of lifts her ear up. She says, "The door leads outside. You can hear the wind."
Oh. What?
What'd you say outside? Oh, you think the door leads outside?
She nods.
Huh.
It might lead to an outside.
Oh, or it could lead to an inside. Just a different one.
Red walks over to Dimitri and then reaches into his bag to grab something. And she pulls out a battering ram.
Well, hold on. I
Farron
appreciate your
immediately
enthusiasm.
dives down the stairs.
A for enthusiasm.
Just clear.
Just want to note that I have it, you know. Just in case we need to break down the door, this is what I'm here for.
Excellent. Well, I whispered a little bit of luck, and then 16 to try and
16?
remember.
Okay. So, do you speak Dwarvish by chance?
Nope. I speak another D1, Draconic.
Me too.
Very
That's what I
similar, I
feel.
hear.
Goblin?
So, unfortunately, a
Sound like a
16 without knowing Dwarvish. The rune is indecipherable to you.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it says pack your common to Dwarven translation dictionary in the future. I'm sorry, guys. I should have thought about that.
Farron looks
Farron,
up,
do
says,
you speak?
Aena has one of those.
Well, not sure.
I feel like this is my job, you guys.
Oh, do you speak Dwarven?
She raises the portable ram.
Yeah, that. I don't think we're at Dispel door spell time.
Dispel door.
That's what it, yeah. My favorite magic item right here. I'm gonna describe everything I do as a spell now. That's I love doing that.
Had a barbarian once. Nobody could open a magically locked door. I said, I know Dispel door spell, and they're like, really? And I hit the door with everything I had and got a nat 20 on the
Nice,
roll.
hell yeah.
It was perfect. Nothing
Yeah.
could be better. It blew up a whole bunch of traps. It
Oh
was
no!
but the door was gone.
I'm ready to do exactly that right now. Okay.
Well, we'll wait for Aen.
Aena.
Aena,
Aena?
that's right.
A-E-N-A. I can't... Oh, hey, Aina. There it is. There's actually a pronunciation guide. Aina.
I know. spell that again?
Aena.
Okay, I spelled it A-I-N-A.
I know.
I kept flinching. Flinching whenever you said Anna. I was like, oh.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, that's a little rough. But Ina's much better. Okay.
I know. Yep.
All right. So, Farron runs down the stairs, and down there, she looks around. She says, "Ina, we need your fancy book." And Ina kind of gets up.
Ina kinda?
says- What's that?
I said Ina kinda.
So she stands and looks around and says, "I suppose we should all go up. Shouldn't be anybody," she looks towards Flair, "left behind us." And then she
Red
starts
yells
heading up the
down.
stairs.
Red yells down the stairs. Tinge stays in the back. Or Yuji.
Gorashta says, "I will stick close to Flair."
Thank you.
That's good. I found it to be very successful to keep caster types close to their more martial brethren.
Yeah. Your emotional support barbarian. Very important.
Everybody needs an emotional support barbarian.
Yuji will follow Ina and he'll ask her.
That's
So
right.
you're familiar.
You just had some time down there with her while everyone else was up there. So yeah, what would you have asked her?
So you're familiar with the Endless Night.
She nods and says that it is why she was exiled from Eberron.
Exiled. Awesome.
She would be
Trying to think
very
how to say
vague
this.
and kind of dodgy while she's speaking to you, Yuji, but she would have said that while she was delving into a forgotten library, she stumbled across something that her superiors did not want her to find. Something very closely tied to Mabar. She says, for that knowledge and being unwilling to discard it, she was exiled.
You must know then that my hometown of Atur is very close to Mabar. What sort of hidden knowledge do you think you discovered?
You can make
Trying
a
to butter
persuasion
her
check,
up and
but
see
she
if she'll,
right.
yeah.
You can make a persuasion check, but she is very intentionally not giving details of what she found.
That's what I'm expecting, because I'm gonna roll garbage. I'm at least good at this.
Paladin, you should have good persuasion.
Hey,
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
there
okay.
it is.
So, what do you tell her? Do you tell her anything about your past, your origins, what happened to you?
I think as we're walking, I'll not bring up multiple lives, more or less that I'm familiar with the desperation and the feeling that Mabar inflicts on people, and I'll reference the creating the holy water and the inflict wounds that I did to that guy several sessions ago, and that Carnathian history suggests a strong use of necromancy, and I would be trying to ascertain if that's something that she found, or what exactly do you think that was her massive breakthrough with Mabar?
So, you're questioning somewhere while you're describing all that. She stops, and a big look of realization comes across her face, and she asks you very directly, "Were you brought back?"
I think in almost a deceptive tone, I think Yuji would say that death is only the beginning.
She nods, and she tells you that she uncovered a very potent and forbidden form of necromancy while she was delving in that forbidden library. She says that she learned that Mabar is far more, she tries to find the right word, almost sentient, that it can make choices, and that sometimes Mabar, when she says Mabar, she says it not like a place, but like a living, breathing entity when she speaks it. It's her inflection that kind of gives this. But she says that when Mabar can sense a great import or a great wrong that was done, that sometimes it can choose someone to send back. She says that the magics that she uncovered link Mabar and Irian very closely in this regard, that they can almost work together, that when a massive imbalance is done, that sometimes they can choose somebody. She's still learning and she's still trying to get to the bottom of this, but the idea that Mabar itself could choose to send somebody back from death is what got her exiled. That knowledge and that realization that she found in those books was not received very well, and that is why she's exiled. So, long short, she learned that Mabar, the plane itself, can sometimes choose to send somebody back into the realm of the living.
Mabaran leap. Instead of quantum leap.
I think, her revealing that.
Right, and she's watching you very carefully as she says this, because you haven't confirmed that's what's happened to you, but she's describing that situation and watching you very carefully for your response.
I think Yuchi would kind of hold out his hand, and as he did with the holy water, he would try and impart the darkness that's inside him, almost as if like a black kind of cloud starts to swirl around his hand.
She nods.
You mean something like this?
She nods and says that you and her will need to have a discussion when you leave this place.
See Yuji kind of almost have a relief on his face and just nods in agreement.
Finally, someone's listening to me.
I was thinking that exact same thing. Guess we're not going to be having a free-for-all combat with the Deathgate build in as well.
I mean, that's still not out of the question.
Well, no, nothing's ever out of the question, but...
It may only be, like, everyone against one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We shall see.
But I hope that that's not the case.
So yeah, at this point, everyone catches up upstairs. Aina approaches with her book, and let's go ahead. Who is proficient in history? Anybody?
I am.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and make a history check for Aina at advantage with Red's help.
I will give her guidance.
Awesome.
You can do it. I know you can.
I love that my +1 is helping her so much. I'm not great at it.
Okay, so that is 18.
I did have to homeschool someone for a
20.
little bit. So I know a little bit.
So Aina's looking at the rune, and she's flipping through her book, and she says, I've seen this rune. It shows up many times in this journal. Flipping through the pages, she stops. Melt.
Huh.
Nothing happens. She looks around. She says, that is what the rune says.
Does it need to be melted?
Does anyone have the prestidigitation cantrip?
No, but I have the heating wand.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will point the
Red
heating
was
wand
said-
at it.
Yeah, Red said she was holding it before, so she just taps it against the wall. She was teasing the flare with it earlier.
So when anyone said, so somebody like literally asked out loud, does anybody know prestidigitation?
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Flair would step forward and see, my talents can be put to use at last. Approaches. It will be a complex spell. Prestidigitation is far too simple of a magic for this. He looks at it, he gets close. He says, you must cast high level, high magics
Mm-hmm.
to get through this wall.
See
Okay.
Yuji just rolling his eyes almost to the back of his head listening to this.
Is it like heat metal or something?
He raises his hand. You all can see like a red glow begin to form around his hand. It gets really, really bright. And then nothing happens.
Arcana.
What did you just do?
I attempted
Did you?
Oh, sorry. 13.
channel the power of Fernia through myself and into the door. But it didn't work.
You can do that?
Did you try producing
Can I
like a
tell
flame or something?
exactly what he did?
What's up? You can make an Arcana check to see what he did. Dimitri, you're 14. Yeah, I think a 14 is good enough to recognize prestidigitation when you see it.
Is that what he was doing? We were just doing that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think that you may have done something a little wrong, because, I mean, I can't cast that spell except with, this wand, but I think you just did prestidigitation.
Oh yes, of course it would look that way to the uneducated, but
Uh-huh.
Oh, no,
was
I'm
actually-
educated.
apparently not. He glares at you.
No, I am.
Perhaps you
Hey,
should go
Brandon.
return to your studies if you didn't notice the subtleties of the differences in the magics that I just used.
By
Okay.
the way, I was just working under the assumption that Red knows at least the beginnings of the druid list, just because, I don't know, barbarians and druids are a very close class. In terms of, like, they get a lot of druidic stuff. And also, I don't know, shifter kind of thing. I just wanted to note that. Ooh.
Hinge takes out a torch at the back of the group, lights it, and just walks up with the torch.
Yeah, I guess that'll work.
It can't be
Sadly,
that
but-
simple.
Like, has nothing even occurred
Is it-
yet?
Nothing's
Is
happened.
that it? Okay.
Tinge, as you
That-
walk
that-
up with the torch and hold it up in front of the door, nothing happens. The ice doesn't even begin to melt.
Red raises the battering ram. Looks at everybody.
I think that we need to treat this with respect and
Gorashta pushes past you, just barrels through everybody. Says, has anybody even tried to open it yet? And he pushes his hand against the center of the door to push it open.
Oh no. Does that work?
And the rune begins to glow red as
Oh, no.
Gorashta touches it. And then
Wonderful
Gorashta kind
roll,
of
and I
puts
saw
his
that
arms out
color.
and pushes everybody back away from him like he's just going to take on the full brunt of whatever's coming.
Fuck.
Oh no.
No.
He's
gonna
going
be
to melt.
incinerated.
He squints. And the door begins to melt.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It was
Garaged
that fucking easy.
well, I suppose that sometimes the 9 favor the bold.
He just looks at you and says, I just thought we should try the door, is all.
The
The
There are
doors
so
with
many-
ruins on them. I just don't like to touch them, but good for you. Well done.
Yeah, I'll
the D&D
put my hand
party
on
meme
his
of-
shoulder and say, that worked very well this time, and thank you for that. But please be careful in the future. We all want to leave here alive.
And we're getting ready to get teleported.
D&D party meme of just like- Oh, it was over here. Wow. Oh, it's wait,
I'm lost. Where are we?
What?
is this actually back in the beginning?
No. Sorry, there's some dynamic lighting missing here. 1 second.
I see.
Oh, okay,
I see a line in the map. Okay.
Yep. Okay. No, it's just like, okay. Yeah, very much a D&D party meme of like all of us over analyzing the door when it was literally just like push it open. And
Right.
Comment had to point that out. He was literally just like, "I'll do it."
No, I only do that in the situations where it makes sense. Like Orochta very much would have just shoved past everybody and gone for it.
No, yeah, it's so funny.
What?
Dimitri, Kay whispers in your ear. Do you have detect magic prepared?
I do.
When you can cast it for any reason, do so. Continue concentrating. I need to know if Flair's wand is magical.
I mean,
At the
probably is, but
same time,
okay.
can I try Divine Sense?
Sure. Go ahead and do your divine sense, and so you all have the door has opened out back into the outside. You are on a wide, flat ledge, extending out from the door and curving around the outside of the spire to your right.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So this is the ledge that we're on right here?
Correct.
Oh, it'd be so easy, guys. It's so look at this.
Well, yeah, but
He's right there.
5 more feet.
Red, as you're saying that, you see Flair kind of looking over the edge and then looking towards you.
And stepping away.
Dimitri is pulled out 2 small clear crystals and is rubbing them together and holding them up, and every now and then like little arcs of electricity will go by them as I'm starting the process of a ritualistic detect magic so I don't waste a spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah, Red like
this-
looks over.
Yuji, your divine sense does not sense anything.
Red
Is this
just
the-
look.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say Red looks over at Flair and it just says, "Oh, I mean," looks over the ledge. You have the fall like a feather spell, yes? Surely it'd be fine,
He looks over towards you and says, I didn't bring one with me. Did you?
Actually, yes.
Smart.
I know. That's all.
He takes a step away from the ledge.
Is this the door we came out of?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh.
Is anyone pointing out the obvious? What's going on with the was it a shield? Is that what I'm making out now?
Oh yeah.
The shield?
The skeleton in the room.
Quite literally, the skeleton in the room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There is, in fact, a corpse.
Oh yeah, a shield. Gotcha.
Frozen dead, killed dead.
Make a medicine check.
Damn it.
I don't think there's any skin left to tell.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's
Got
dead,
it.
Jim. Yeah?
The shield. Oh wait, I'll just wait for Dimitri to finish, then we'll figure out the shield.
Just take my time, enjoying the view.
In the freezing cold.
In the freezing cold, shivering. Try not to shiver too much.
What's on this door over here?
So, that door does not appear to have any runes on it. It just appears to be a door made of ice. No handles, no keyholes, nothing like that. Just door covered in ice.
Must be the supply closet.
Supply closet.
I touch
Put
it.
your broom somewhere.
Okay, as you approach the door, the temperature drops immediately and drastically as soon as you get within 10 feet of that door.
I back up.
Before you do, you do take 8 cold damage.
Woo.
And then the ice on the door begins to liquefy. Not melt, but slough off the door.
Oh, it's a
And
slime.
begin to slide
Back up
across
some
the
more.
ground.
No let touchy.
And with that, an entire several inches of ice slough off the door, form into an amorphous blob.
Yeah.
A slime, if you will.
Oh
Yay.
no.
And we are going
I
to roll
didn't finish
initiative.
my stupid spell.
Okay.
I know,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You can cast it again because it's a ritual.
Yep.
I'm keeping my eye on him. That's why I came over here. I thought he was gonna push her off.
Oh, and that adorable.
I don't want to go on a 3. I'm using my inspiration.
Cool.
It couldn't handle that.
I usually use my inspiration on initiative if it's like gonna like give me like a a 20 or above, but
For the sake of
what were we
not
saying?
adding 4 turns to this, the death skaters are all going to act on initiative count 10.
Right.
fair
Oh, I'm
enough.
first? This is unfortunate.
I'm gonna go ahead and
There
just
are
put
even more
Farron in
rookies
there.
than
Hey,
I
look at that.
thought.
She rolled a 10. All right. The
Ooh.
icy snow turned real sloughs off the door and begins moving towards you all. Red, I am sure shouts of alarm have been called out. What would you like to do?
Ooh, okay. Unfortunate that I went first. But yeah, she'll just pull. She's not that concerned. Everyone can probably handle that. So she'll pull out a hand axe and just kind of yeet it across. Hopefully it doesn't split it in half. Bad experience. No, those are one.
Did you move over to the... Am I not seeing something?
Nope, I can see it. It has half cover from me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're throwing it.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yep. So I didn't.
So,
I didn't
hand
use
axe?
a javelin. Yeah. Sorry, I did not use a javelin.
12 and 25 both hit.
Nice. So that would be 5 slashing. That was all.
Okay.
Yeah, it does have half. It did have half cover because of stuff, but yeah. And that is all. Oh wait, I can click the button.
Okay. As your hand axe,
Oh no, I'm gonna split it.
as your hand axe strikes into it, the wound left behind opens wider and splits.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Fuck. Ugh. How many are there now?
There are 2.
She'll yell that. Okay. I don't know if that would... I feel like it... Yeah, she's gonna get fucking trauma from all these oozes. Oh my god. Okay, that's all. Oh yeah, Yuji's never seen them before. He's
I was just saying, I don't even know what I'm dealing with here.
fully...
So I'm trying to
dead
figure out
right
how to play this out.
Like, we all react with, like, horror and PTSD, and then you're just like, huh?
But so what Yuji is seeing is essentially an ooze that's made out of like slurry ice water.
Yes.
Yeah, he would have no idea what this is. I am totally gonna regret this decision.
Don't charge in.
Oh, I'm absolutely charging in.
My hero.
Yuji kind of runs right past Kay, spear flying, and I'm gonna try and searing smite the one just to the left, or just to the southwest of me.
There you go.
And then I hit for it, right? Or I don't remember.
Yeah, you
and then I
full
swing
attack.
my
14 hits. Don't bother with the extra cold damage.
Fire damage.
Really?
Oh, cold? I thought Searing Smite was fire.
Oh, I meant the
Oh,
from
from the
Grimfrost.
Grimfrost.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
then 1d6 for fire.
And you cast Searing Smite with Grimfrost. Oh no.
I know, right? It's the weirdest spear you're ever gonna see.
All right.
So 16 total, 5 fire.
Fantastic.
I'm assuming there's no ice.
Okay.
And then I'll follow up with Pam.
19's a good hit. For another 5. Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Gonna die now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up. To here. And can you hold an action from an action surge?
Yes.
Or can you hold action and then action surge and do something?
You can do both.
Okay.
I believe Foster.
Yeah, it's just fully an action. It's just a regular action.
So does action surge say on your turn or when or anything like that? Any
Well,
Another
you
action.
gain. Yeah, you just get
need
another action, which can also just be used as a held action.
Okay, yeah, I have no
But
problem
you
with
can
that.
only hold an action, and that is an actual full action. So when I get to here, I would go ahead and fire an Eldritch Blast at the most injured one.
23 is a good hit.
I assume 23 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And that will shove it back as far as it can go, 5-10 feet. And then I'm gonna move to here, and I'm gonna action search.
Okay.
I'm holding an Eldritch Blast. If Flare takes a hostile action toward anyone, I blast him.
Okay.
Towards
So-
any of us.
Okay, that's it for me.
What?
I'm assuming
No,
that does
so
not
it's
include the puddings.
No,
Okay.
I shot a pudding.
Was that the clarification Dimitri was making? I thought you meant like it's fine if he attacks his friends.
All right.
No, I
That
was
is
like,
not a- that
all
is
right,
not a Dimitri
so I don't know anything about these. I hope this isn't bad. Gonna get over here, and the most injured one, lightning launcher
Okay.
for 13 lightning damage.
Okay.
And I don't want to leave Yuji all by his onesies. So, oh, I forgot to pull out my little homunculus. My little friend. He is going to try and help as well. He
Did you
can do this.
resummon him? I think you didn't resummon him.
No, I think what we decided is that I do have to redo that's right. Yep. Because I thought that I lost the gem, but I did not lose the gem, but I still didn't bring him back because I figured he'd get dead. So that's it for me.
Okay. All right. So, the first thing that happens is Gorashta throws his arms back and just roars into the air. So Okay,
Nice.
you would recognize that as a Tharashk battle cry. You have heard
Is he
that.
dragon marked?
He lets loose the Tharashk battle cry.
Well,
I mean, everybody
he
in
doesn't have
Tharashk
to be.
isn't dragon marked, but that's. I would look to see if I saw like anything glowing on him.
You do not. He does not appear to be dragon marked, but
Okay.
his stance, his battle cry, his demeanor all leads you. If you didn't realize this before, you certainly do now. He is also a veteran of the last war, and
Right.
and all of you have advantage on your next attack until the start of his next turn.
Oh,
Woohoo!
Wow.
nice.
He charges in to the fray
He just undid what I was trying to set up.
and starts a swinging.
And also, I recognize that as him being a raging barbarian. I assume.
Actually, no, not technically.
Really? Huh.
But he swings with his great axe and absolutely obliterates the one with very little health left.
Ooh.
And swings once more. Hits.
Oh shit. He's got extra attack? Damn.
He has 2 attacks, yeah.
Oh, NPCs are always so freaking powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The NPCs often have 2 attacks, even from like the
Crashes
lowest
down
level.
into the ooze and unfortunately splits it again.
That's okay.
Go team!
But he did reduce the one.
Are they
Pretty
tiny
low.
now?
At that point, Ina moves into a good viewing position and throws a guiding bolt at one of them.
Ah.
And hits rather handily. For 9. This one here is glowing.
Woohoo!
Farron
Extra double advantage.
looks down there towards one of them, and she is going to produce flame right under it. Fortunately missing. Oh,
With
she has advantage.
advantage?
Yes, she has advantage, so 11 hits. And with that, Flare. Flare is just going to move around over to here.
Getting
Oh, no.
strategic now.
Oh no.
And he is going to draw his rapier, and he's going to pull out that wand at his side.
Does Kia get his reaction first?
Well, no, he hasn't done a hostile act toward anybody yet.
He looks around to you, Kay, and to you, Red, and kind of gives a...
Oh wait, he left my range. I'm gonna punch him.
Are you going to punch him?
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
Oh wow.
Why?
He walked. I don't trust him. I saw he
Yeah,
pulled out
wait.
the rapier as he walked away, and he did not start walking with his rapier towards them. So I'm gonna punch him.
That.
Oh.
I think that's fair. He pulled
I
out
don't.
a rapier
Dimitri gave his word.
that we wouldn't. What? Like that?
Attack them.
We
He's-
should attack. I mean, yes, I am holding an action to attack him if he does something, but he hasn't done anything yet.
He pulled out a rapier while he is this far away from these guys. I think it's fair.
Make your attack.
He's not.
But-
Yeah, he's not getting any closer. So I'm gonna roll it as an athletics check because it's the same as an attack roll. And I have advantage because of.
Are you trying to
yeah.
grapple him? Are you trying to grab him?
Oh wait, yeah, I guess I could. No,
Yeah,
no.
you could
I'm
try a
just-
grapple. That would make a lot more sense than just punching him in the face as he walks away from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'll try and grab him by his hood or something. So, yeah. I wouldn't have advantage. Whatever. I'm gonna try and grab him by his hood as he walks away. That's not the +4. Not the +4. That's the.
You swipe and hit empty air. He is too
Okay.
fast. But as you swipe at him, Farron takes note of that obvious defensive move you just made on her behalf. But Flair draws his wand, steps aside, doesn't notice that you just took a swing at him, and he's going to hold his wand out and say, "If they come any closer, I'll blast them."
Well.
Yeah. That could have been interesting, because to the Death Skaters, he is still one of them, even though they don't trust
Yeah.
him. I don't think they would appreciate.
Me, I wouldn't either.
That does bring us to the oozes.
Puddin. Puddin and pie.
The Pudins, the snowflake Pudins. They both open what could be a mouth or is just part of them and spew out frozen gelatinous slurry frost in a 30-foot cone in front of
Oh my
each
God.
of them. I need many people to make multiple con saves. So let's go ahead and get that cone out. Oh, damn. Poor Aina. Okay, so that is going to get Gor Ashta, Yuji, and Dimitri. And Dimitri, Aina, and Yuji.
Ugh, I'm
Gor
gonna use
Ashta
my,
barely misses the first or the second.
Doohickey. Sessional to
Okay.
not
Con
have a
save?
1.
Con save. It is going
Do
to
I need to
be
use my
17 cold. And yes, the DC is 14.
I will use my sessional.
All right.
And I am also going to use my reaction for absorb element. So I take 9
Nice.
and then half again for, so I take 4.
Okay. And okay, ooh, Aina. Aina got hit hard by that one.
Oh no.
And
Oh, I
the
still
next
have
one,
concentration on.
same thing. Except this time, Gorashta does not have to make the save.
Yuji, once your branding smite is hit, does it have a lasting effect that you concentrate on?
That might be what it was. I think it's burning or something. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
you do damage on their turns or yours.
At the start of each of its turns, until the spell ends, the target must save a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, takes 1d6 of fire damage.
Cool.
All right.
So they're on
I need
fire.
another
That's my turn?
save from Dimitri, Yuji, and Aina.
Oh yeah. That's awesome sauce.
Oh boy, here we go.
You just needs one from the slime he hit.
So 10, right?
Yes.
18.
Only 5.
Five for what?
If you make the save.
Right. 5
Oh.
cold on a successful save. Okay.
How did Aina do on that one?
She failed again, and she is looking rough. She is slumped over. She's definitely hurt.
She's a cleric.
Not necessarily.
He's
Finch.
a cleric.
Well, according to our notes, she was a warlock.
Hmm?
That's the note I had. Aina was a warlock.
Oh, we had notes on them, right? That tell us that their classes were for half of them.
Oh,
Until we were reminded that that isn't something that we should know.
Oh, I don't know anything.
Binge.
And that's good, because she's
it may
not a
not be
warlock.
true any longer. It may not be true any longer.
Change them in there.
I was gonna say, she didn't seem like a warlock.
Celestial.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Not
oh,
even
that's
that.
cool. They have a celestial warlock. That's neat.
Finch.
Echo is going to appear because F all of that snow vomit. And as part of that, he's going to pull out a javelin because he has PTSD from
Nice.
oozes, and his Echo will then move forward. And then take a swing with the javelin.
Stabby, stabby, no slashy.
Yay. What we got? Genji making an attack?
I'm on the struggle bus. Hold on.
Okay, alright, for sure. 11 hits.
Okay, and that's on the one I guess that's guided and bolted.
Okay.
And then I'll do unleash on the same one.
Eight. And which one were you striking at? I'm sorry.
The one that had guiding bolt on it.
Alright, okay. That hits.
That's my turn.
The 6, the nat 1 obviously misses.
But advantage.
Yeah, so
That
10.
would have been the 11, unless there was another instance
First
of
attack,
advantage.
yep.
Oh, we have advantage on everything right now because of
Yeah.
Roll the battle
Gorashta.
cry, yeah.
So Gorashta says the next... if you would split that between the two monsters, that would have worked?
I thought you said every. I thought you
Advantage on their next
we
attack?
all have advantage.
Advantage on your next
attacks.
attack? Yes. But if he hit the one that Aina already hit with the guiding bolt, that would have been his next attack, so he would just had 2
Oh.
as disadvantage. If you want to split
Okay.
that up, I will allow us to retcon that a little bit and do 1 to the other, 1 to 1 and 1 to the other.
Sure.
Okay. Alright.
And then he's gonna stand next to Flare.
Yeah. I misunderstood what you said. I was thinking it was we have advantage on all attacks.
No,
until
your next
his
attack.
turn.
You all
Oh,
have
that'd be
advantage on your next
That was
attack
fine.
until the start of his next turn.
I thought it was kind of like Kobold Draconic
Yeah.
Cry.
He's actually a reflavored kobold.
Holy shit, okay. I stand corrected.
Oh.
It is, in fact. Wow. Okay, he only gets to do it once a day, though. Okay. Okay. So,
Quite a-
Draconic Cry.
each
This is
creature of Gorashta's choice that is within 30 feet of him can hear him and is not already affected by Battle Cry gains advantage on attack rolls until the start of his next turn. Okay.
That's pretty swank.
Yeah, he only gets to do it once a day, though.
Yeah.
This is quite a
It's
fight
still
to pull it
it's
out
still
on.
a great ability.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else from Tinge?
Dinge is done.
The swirling wind around the spire begins to howl and moan in a very living kind of way.
Huh.
And from the whirlwind of the blizzard that is crashing down around all of you, a flurry of ice and snow begins to form into a vortex type of shape, and it grows a mouth and eyes
Oh no.
and hungrily approaches all of you from
Cool.
the east.
Open the door! We haven't even tried opening the door yet.
On that
I
note,
really had the chance.
Yuji, since you are still close,
Yeah.
actually Gorashta would probably be the one to shout out, "There's a rune!" as he points to the door to reveal a rune that was hidden behind the ooze before.
Does it look like the same one?
It does.
Knock on it. Open it.
Red, you're up.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Red, Flare can blast this thing. Go for the door.
Flare looks around. He looks panicked.
20, 25, 30. Okay, I wouldn't get there in this turn anyway, so I'm not going to try to. Okay. Cool. What does it look like? What does Flare look like? I know you mentioned that his thing, he looked nervous.
Yeah. He
But
looks
other
like on the
than
verge
that,
of panic, seeing this thing so
but-
close to him.
Before then, though, how has he been, like, composing himself?
Make an insight check.
Oh, bluster.
Okay. So, ignoring that. Okay, so they're gonna get to go before it anyway. Red is just going to... I'm definitely not able to grapple that, so there's very little I can actually do. But, yeah, Red's going to... Yeah, I guess I'll rage. That's super fine. So she's going to rage, and then if Farron will let her, she wants to like grab Farron and kind of toss her this way, away from the ledge.
You could drag her.
I guess basically, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If allowed, she'll just like pick her up, put her over here.
Okay. Make an athletics check because she would immediately like, what the fuck? Let go of me! What are you doing? Like, ah!
Sorry. Okay, I rage. So yeah,
19.
19.
Okay.
She is a rogue, so
So
These Death Guard people are never gonna trust us.
you lift her up off the ground, and she is kicking and flailing around. Notably, Aina and Gorashta both see this, and they look over towards you, and then, especially Aina looks towards Flare, and she gives you a little nod, Red.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Farron's not happy about it.
That's okay. I don't care. Yeah, picked her up, I guess by the hood, because that's really funny. Just grabs her by the hood, places her down right here, and then stands right here. And that will be all.
Awesome.
She is not grappled anymore.
All right. As soon as you drop her, she turns around and kicks you in the shin. And says, "What the hell was that?"
She just laughs.
Yuji.
I think Yuji would look at the door and then look back at Aina, like have this concern. Can I throw a potion of healing at her and then go and activate the door?
I want to toss her a potion. Yuji, as you take that out, she would hold up a hand and kind of wave you off.
Oh, I need her alive. I walk over and I
Because
push
before
the
any of
door
creatures
room.
do.
What do you do, Yuji?
Seeing that, I am greatly not liking that. I walk over and I push my hand on the room.
The rune begins to glow, and the door begins to melt.
I'm gonna wail on this ooze right next to me then. Sorry, the macro bar doesn't have the Grimflaw Spear. I forgot about that.
Oh, right. Here, I can actually fix that real quick for you. Click on and click back off. Or click off and click back on.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Damage.
Alright. So 7 piercing, 9. Okay. That does destroy the one directly in front of you, Yuji.
And then I'll come down and Pam the other one next to me. weapons all in different spots now. Now I can't even find it.
Okay. Another 4.
Dueling and
Fantastic.
Pam works well together.
Does the dueling style apply the extra damage to Polar Master?
Yeah, because it's a one-handed weapon.
Okay.
That you, yeah.
Eugene, anything else?
Yeah, with the spear and shield, the Spartans, Pam, and dueling. Wow, I didn't realize how well it worked together. That's nice.
You all can thank 3d6 for that insight because I didn't think of it myself. And yes, I'm done.
All right.
Because if I back up, he's gonna hit me, and if I'm kind of in a tough spot.
Okay.
I look at Flair and say, if you're ever gonna blast something, blast that. I'm gonna run down
He
to
says
here.
something along the lines of I do what I want when I want. It just in a much more witty way than me as a person could come up with at the moment.
You're not the boss of me.
Got it. Ina, you good?
She nods as she begins to pull out a holy symbol.
Yep, good. I make it to here. With my
Okay.
30 feet of movement. And I am going to cast Bane.
Okay.
That'd be this guy and this guy. Wisdom saving throws.
Got it.
Not charisma?
No, charisma saving
Charisma.
throws. Sorry.
Right. Charisma saves. DC 13. DC 0 would not be good. Charisma. DC 13. No damage. We'll put a black mark on them. There's no black mark. Bummer. Red it is. The pudding fails. The elemental does not.
On it. That's the one I really wanted
Yeah.
to get. Okay. That's it for me.
I mean, the person like closest to the edge is the one we most want to fall off. So
So the door is open?
Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, we can
You
see
can-
through.
You can only ready actions, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go. I guess no matter what I do, it's going to have some semblance of cover to me. So I'm going to attempt to zappity zap 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 that thing.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Nice.
4, 13, 14,
Right.
17 damage.
It sizzles and convulses a bit before just splashing into a regular puddle that promptly freezes.
And then I will tell everyone, get inside the door, quick, quick. And I will come over here.
luckily those weren't the ones that split with lightning.
I know, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm sure it'll be
They split with
fine.
slashing damage instead.
Okay.
They get angry with lightning.
That does bring us to the Death Skaters. And seeing all of you begin to run towards the door, Farron is going to very quickly follow. And she is going to throw a produce flame over there first and miss again. Unfortunately, Farron's not on it today.
Produce flame.
I think she's a Druidad, maybe.
She is.
Maybe a. Oh,
He is
okay.
a, yeah, it
is-
was pointed out earlier that she was a druid that did not have.
That did
good
not
berry,
bring Goodberry, right?
Oh, right.
because the stat block doesn't think. The stat block only thinks about combat, not.
Mhm.
Right. But I did give her very high dex, and she does also wield a short bow. So she is a drogue, I guess.
Ranger. A ranger.
Roge.
A droge.
She's
If only there was
We
a
just
class that already combined the druid and the archer class together.
Uh-huh.
Really?
All right. I
Maybe
may adjust their
someday.
stat blocks as we go, depending on how much you interact with this group for a while. Because if you do continue interacting with them, they can't stay at CR2 forever.
We are going to recruit them to the Clifftop Guild.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Rasta in
yeah.
particular, I think, needs to join Clifftop. I'm very impressed with him.
I like all of
So,
them, except for Flair. He can go jump off of a cliff.
You like his being
I like-
able to give everyone advantage for it once a day?
I mean,
Like,
he
no,
had
it
me
was-
at
it was
hello.
the-
That
it
was
was
just
the-
icing.
It was the leveling the spellcaster who was trying to cast Fireball and saying, "Be polite."
Mhm. But also the advantage on all of our attacks is pretty nice too.
But yeah.
Stop being a douche.
Yeah. Ina's gonna upcast Cure Wounds on herself, regaining 21 hit points.
Woohoo!
Nice. Wow.
Hey,
girl.
that's a roll.
Yeah.
Everyone
And-
spread the love.
With that, Flair is going to rush past, and Tinge, I need you to make an athletics check
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
as he attempts to sweep your legs out from under you as he rushes past.
Oh, that might be the last thing he ever does.
I was just waiting for that opening. This is gonna be great.
Since there's no way to really do this stealthily,
Oh, no.
I'm assuming Red can.
Sessional.
Okay, I have to make his opposed real quick. He is doing an acrobatics. Tinge. He sweeps your
No.
legs out from under you.
No way. What?
You are prone, my dude. And he runs away.
Yeah, there's no way of doing that stealthily. Red saw that, right?
Oh yeah, you definitely saw, let me just see just how stealthily he did that. Obviously
I
he
thought-
runs past, Tinge falls down, he runs away. You are definitely aware of what just happened there. And yeah, he does a terrible job at hiding it. He even lets a little
Yeah.
squeak out as he runs away.
Bone or not, Tinge should be able to get a opportunity attack.
Yeah,
yes.
which you could replace
He
with a
wants it.
grapple if you so choose.
Grab his ass. Oh my god.
You'd be better with a grapple because you have disadvantage on it.
Yeah, I'll go for a grab.
Alright, make another athletics check. Oh no. Sorry, I should have said that after you rolled. Go ahead. He does do a very agile little jump and roll as you try to swing at him to catch him. He's a nimble little fucker.
So you're saying he's gonna fly when we throw him off the ledge?
And he runs without attacking, without doing anything. All he does is trip Tinge and run away.
Where does he run to?
Right behind Ina and Kay.
Okay.
By the way, can't these two
Oh, I
get a
see
bit,
him.
can't these two get further in?
Yeah, but I think they're holding up the back since everyone's not in yet.
Okay.
And they would only be able to get like to where other people are already. Like I think Ina could get to here, but Farron would end up on somebody else's space from where she was at before, right?
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Oh no, she
walk-
could get to right here. Yeah, she could get to there. Okay.
She's a halfling. She can easily get through people.
And with that, the air elemental closes in on the closest person to it.
I forgot about it. Oh fuck, Tinge, no.
It does
To just eat
engulf
Tinge?
Tinge.
Oh no!
Tinge
No.
is this one able to escape this problem in
Oh,
our
he can
entire
teleport.
party.
He can fucking teleport. Wait,
This is one of those that I'm like, I could just go bye-bye.
Okay, so Tinge, I need you to make a strength save.
Come on.
Good luck.
Oh, my sessional.
Somebody want to give him their sessional?
I did.
Okay. So, Tinge, you feel yourself bodily lifted up off the ground for a brief moment. You can feel the whirlwind about to fling you out of itself and over the ledge. When you catch the ice on the ground with the heel of your boot and stick, and steadfastly you do remain planted on the ground. It is trying like hell to lift you and fling you away, but it fails.
Red grabs his arm as well, which is
Awesome.
how I did the thing.
All right, so that is going to be 3d8 plus 2 halved. So half, so you take 7 points of bludgeoning as the bits of rock and snow and ice pelt you within the whirlwind. You are still engulfed by it, you're sharing a space with it, but you are not flung. These snowflake puddings are dead, which brings us to you, Tinge.
Who immediately disappears and appears in front of Flare.
Heyo. Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. He looks towards you and says, "You made it. I'm so happy that you made it."
Quick question, is my echo affected by this thing, or can it just move?
I would assume that it is also affected by it, as the elemental does deal damage to anything stuck inside of it. But it doesn't deal damage until the start of its turn, so it's fine
Does
for
it
now.
do damage to objects?
Yeah,
Does it do
is it
damage to
stuck,
objects?
or can I just leave?
Yes, it does. It does less damage to objects, but it does still damage objects. 1d6 damage to objects instead of 3d8 plus 2.
So I use my bonus action to teleport. I've got 15 feet. Oh. Tinge isn't mad. There's more respect there. Determined is probably better. He'll head inside.
Okay. And with that, Red, you are up. You are the last one before we can just decide if we want to all rush inside. So, Red, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Red's pretty mad. Red heads over here, and she gives Flare a look and tries to grab him by the collar.
Okay.
21.
Nice. Okay. He is nimble, but finally fails one. Red, you've got him.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah, she lifts.
Okay, so you did provoke an opportunity attack from the elemental as you ran away.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not reckless. It doesn't have advantage.
It's a 22 still for 16 bludgeoning.
16 bludgeoning. Oh, nice. Halved.
Yeah.
2, 8. Nice. All good.
All right. So this
What's
time,
going on?
Gorashta,
What are you doing?
as you grab Flare, Gorashta looks back towards you. Everyone saw what he did. There was he was too panicked.
Oh, even from where I'm at?
No, Dimitri, you probably didn't see, but everyone that's outside, everyone saw that. He did not do it quite so smoothly this time. So this time, Gorashta, all he says is, "Do not kill him." And with that, does anybody else feel like fighting this thing, or are y'all heading inside?
I'll carry him inside.
All right. So as you all head inside, everybody can get there on their turn, and the elemental does act last. I mean, I guess I could fuck up Tinge a little bit, but I'm not that mean. But yeah,
That's
you
fine.
all do manage to get inside. So go ahead and take your tokens inside, position them wherever you would like to. As soon as the last one of you is in, the door begins to reform itself out of the ice, and the air elemental does not enter.
I mean, and I would have like flung a repelling blast at the air elemental as I went through the door. Just
Nice, cool.
Yeah, Flare.
Can
Flare will be just
get
right
my manacles out, and we're gonna handcuff this guy and pat him
Wait, what
down.
happened?
Right, freaking Red's got Flare, and everyone like Gorashta, Farron, and Aina just kind of give him the nod and walk past and don't bother with him at all anymore. Like he is quite obviously fallen from favor with them officially. Tinge, can you move your token? I don't want you to get trapped in a wall while I close this door.
Yeah, he's like held up by the collar against the wall with
What?
both hands.
What's going on? What
Thank you.
happened? I feel like I missed something.
Criminal.
You two will kind of give Dimitri a look as I put the manacles on him. Just a couple of things.
And I'll just turn. Tinge turns and just says, "He tried to kill me. No big deal."
What?
I also want his Presty wand.
As you take it, he shouts, "No, that's mine!" And yeah, Farron goes up to him. He says, "I knew you were a snake. I knew it. You killed the captain, didn't you? It was you." He just kind of closes his mouth. Says, "I admit to nothing."
That means you did.
Can Yuji sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I, with the wand, can I try to make a little illusion that could fit inside my hand?
Nothing happens.
Oh. Wait, I try to do other stuff. Wait,
It's literally just a stick.
Oh my god, I break it.
He kind of
can
puts
I
his
like
head down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he just puts his head down.
Can I like pat him down? We're gonna disarm him, and I'm gonna take all the weapons.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
throw them at the Death's Gate guys and people.
Okay. So he has 3 daggers, a rapier, and leather armor. And he no longer has his fake wand.
Wait, it totally could have been a real wand, by the way.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been one of those little one-off.
It could have just been a regular focus that she just snapped, but...
Tinge makes a point to count the number of dagger sheaths on him loudly.
Check those daggers for blood.
I mean, typically you'd use them and get them covered in blood anyway. That's how our line of work works. Like, my axes have blood on them.
What did Flair do?
Oh, well, that's fair.
Right? Nobody's told any.
I keep asking what's going on and no one's saying anything.
Well, we said he tried to kill...
oh yeah, Tinge did say that. He tried to kill me, no big deal.
But I mean, what did he do?
Yuji will yank on the manacles and like smack him upside the head. What did you do?
You can go ahead and make an intimidation check.
At advantage
I'm
because
going
he's handcuffed and on the ground and helpless.
Nice. Okay. So he says, "I just had to get out of the city. I couldn't stay. They were going to arrest me for murder. I couldn't stay. I had to get out. I had to." I heard
I'm shocked.
So he tells you all about how he heard of the Death's Gate forming a group and how they just lost their wizard recently and needed a new one. And so he posed as a wizard with his very limited. He can cast prestidigitation at will, but it is literally the only thing he can do.
Oh, he's a high
Glorious.
Who? When I came through the door, down on the ground floor, somebody tried to cast Fireball.
He mutters the somatic components to Fireball.
The
You mean
verbal.
the verbal?
The verbal, yeah, he mutters the verbal components to Fireball.
So you've been around wizards.
He says that he did some studying before they left. If he was going to pose as a wizard, he needed to be able to pass as one.
You almost got yourself killed, fool.
Yeah, did you kill someone in Sharn?
Before he can answer, Tinge just says, "Barnabas says hello."
His eyes go wide, and then he just starts to cry.
I forgot about that. I completely forgot. He was a wanted criminal.
That's why Yuji just didn't outright kill him right here, is that I'm at least trying to play the game here.
So what else we got in this room?
So, on a real quick note, after you're all done interrogating him, Farron would just walk up and punch him square in the nose and walk away. And
Nice.
I look at him with that like look only parents can give. Like very
I'm
disappointed.
not mad. I'm just disappointed. Yeah.
Shake my head. I tried to defend you. Well, we'll ensure that you get brought back to justice.
Right. So as you say, and when you say that, Dimitri, he would go on, just, you won't let them kill me, will you? Please don't let them kill me.
No, there's no
You're
risk
lucky that we
You
don't
have-
kill you.
You have much more value alive.
Oh. Yeah, murder, bad. Don't do it. Terrible. I would never.
Try
kill-
anything though, and I'll feed you to that elemental.
Keep the head. Keep the head.
I can't believe you would do this. I would never kill someone. Red actually does keep track of how many people she's killed before. She doesn't want to forget.
So, did you actually kill someone? I'm. It may seem like a trivial matter to you, but I want to know.
No, of course not.
Go hit him upside the
Okay.
head again.
He says that it was a deal gone bad. They would have killed him if he didn't strike first.
So who killed the captain of your ship?
So let's go ahead and call that 22 intimidation check used up at this point. He
Great. I
says,
smack him again.
we can try another one, or persuasion, or anything else like that.
Oh no, I'm just gonna keep hitting him until he answers. The backup plan is I got that frog truth serum I can pour down his throat.
Yeah, you smack him on one side of the head, I smack the other.
All right, let's go and get another intimidation check. You can do it at advantage again.
Quick question.
17. Okay, what's up?
For situations like this,
Uh-huh.
a form of dread.
Yeah, it definitely provides advantage on intimidation checks.
Okay.
Yeah. Might even lower the DC a bit.
Yeah,
So, but with a 17.
I would form in dread.
Okay.
We already have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But like I said, it might lower the DC a bit when we add stuff on top of that. It's a way to allow multiple things to help.
And I get to roll 10 hit points, so I'm good.
Right. Okay. So, he says, he was on to me. He was going to tell everyone. He was going to have us turn the boat around. Take me back to Sharn. Couldn't have that. The crew barely missed him. Farron pops up. Liar!
Are you saying you did kill the captain?
Yeah.
We
that's
didn't
what
need
he's
him
saying,
anymore.
Dimitri.
We were almost to shore. And Farron's like, he's why we crashed. He's responsible for all of this.
Damn.
Ina says that without their captain, they had a very hard time navigating through the last part of the storm to land, and it's very likely why they crashed.
I think it's important that we take note of everything that's happened and make sure that that's communicated when we get him back.
Oh, I guarantee it will be.
Blair, we will do our best to ensure that you survive this, but I don't feel that you're going to have a good life going forward.
I put it back over his head.
Nice. Okay.
Where did these stairs go?
Up, 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 up.
I guess we're going up.
Should we make
there was something else
Blair
around
go
the
first?
room?
We are a little
Search here,
trap
like
dummy.
whatever this is.
Also, can we add the initiative turn?
Oh yeah, sorry, thank you.
Part of the disappointment is also just like, how did you get caught? It is so hard to get caught for murder. It's like the easiest crime to get away with.
Especially in
Sharn.
Sharn, yeah.
Yeah. I've done it 12 times. You know, exactly
no big
that.
deal.
Exactly
Right.
that many.
Not to
times.
brag or anything, but
Gosh.
I've actually been multiple murders.
No, she's not saying that out loud. She's not saying that out loud.
So, we need to. I guess there's nothing else around here. Like, what are these things? Just like decorative statues?
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of dwarven architecture all over the place. That appears to be a crypt. It is a solid stone block. Ancient dwarven runes carved into it.
Where's our rock
That's
down? Tinge.
Right?
No, we shouldn't fuck with ghosts.
That's not what we're here for.
I agree.
Yeah, Yuji. I was about to make a joke about like you being related because you're also undead, but never mind.
Sir, do you have anything that would
Like
be
your
of
brother or something.
use to the party? Any potions or anything? I encourage you to be honest. That we'll take back all the bad that you've done as well as the good.
Well, I assume we've searched him very well.
Yeah, I emptied him. He's got nothing but his armor on now.
Yeah. No
Okay.
lockpicks. Like, check boots, check inside of sleeves, check.
Yuji.
Yep.
Well, no. I didn't call for any checks when you searched him. So let's go ahead and retroactively get a investigation check for when you searched him, because you said you just patted him down, so that just says weapons and armor to me. Pockets, you know.
Can I have advantage since
Yes.
other people were there?
Sure.
Because I'm gonna need it.
With an 18, Yuji, he did in fact have several lockpicks hidden throughout his person. Knitted into sleeves, some in his hair, you know, they were just all over him. So you do find those.
Yeah, Kay would have pointed out all the places you hide stuff like that, because that's the kind of stuff that he knows about.
Oh, right, yeah, he's a... Yep.
We had another option. We just break both his hands. He can't use them then either.
He just
That's
starts to
pretty
cry
cool.
again. He hears you, he
That
can't
works.
see you.
That feels a bit mean.
Yuji's been crushing his head for the last 5 minutes, and breaking his hands is where we draw the line.
Right. And when you say that, Gorosh just says that those that betray their allies deserve no less. Well, he doesn't make
Kay
any
would
move.
also
but...
say, yeah, manacles aren't sufficient, and pull out a length of rope, and you tie it just above the elbows, and pull it as tight as you can behind the back.
Okay.
Isn't that... If it's just above the elbows, couldn't he just, like, raise his arms up?
No,
And then it would get up to his neck?
because his wrists are manacled, and have somebody hold your elbows together behind your back and try to do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that seems... I can't even meet my elbows behind my back, like I would die.
Ow.
His elbows are touching.
Ow.
Oh.
Okay. So we have established that Flare is thoroughly bound. So yeah, what y'all want to do?
I feel kind of bad. Yeah.
Up.
Up.
Dim-
Okay.
Dimitri did the detect magic too, by the way.
Oh, do we got to detect magic off?
Yep.
Okay.
We've
One
been here
moment.
talking for a while.
Just some faint transmutation magic coming from the door. That's about it.
Anything coming from him? Probably
No.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wanting to have him cast that because I was afraid that was a wand of fireballs.
My fear was a wand of fireball.
That would have certainly done the trick to convince people he was a wizard.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Alright.
So as you head up, you are once again met with an indeterminable climb of steps.
Am I able to get off detect magic as a ritual in 10 minutes?
Yes, you are. In the time that you
Alright.
spent down here interrogating Flare, Doing all of that good stuff. You were able to have plenty of time. You do not sense anything just yet.
Okay.
But yeah,
What's
eventually the
the
stairwell
thingy?
straightens out. And ascends to yet another set of double doors.
I'm gonna carry Flare like a backpack.
Nice.
And that is all. And then we keep going up.
Over to
Gorashta
Ice again.
approaches the door and just pushes on it, and this one opens easily. One moment, everybody.
Teleportation.
Teleportation
I
time.
always tell when he's getting ready to teleport.
Oh. Okay. Down here. Ooh.
I was zoomed in way too close. I'm lost now.
I gotcha. All right.
I
So
dropped him down here.
nice. Okay. Rolls down a few stairs.
No.
Down? Up. I thought we were going up.
No. Like he's right up here. Not on the stairs.
All right. So the doors open up into a wide chamber with 5 alcoves. On the left and right walls, 2 alcoves on each side contain astonishingly lifelike statues of dwarves. They are sculpted entirely from ice and are clear as glass. The 5th alcove, at the far end, the far north end, is many times wider than the others. It dominates the wall opposite you all. In it stands a large, 25-foot statue of a frosty, icy, carved image of a figure completely encased in full plate and helm with dwarven proportions, but no other clue as to the statue's identity.
Are these columns or are they
They are columns.
some other? Okay.
In fact, go ahead and...
Is there anything on the columns?
Ice.
Do the statues have anything on their shields like those icons? Those images that we saw before? Oh, and any magic?
Yeah, because you're concentrating on it.
Yeah. The room is permeated with more transmutation magic.
There's magic pretty much everywhere here, so be careful. No obduration, which would generally indicate like protection of some sort, like
One
glyphs
moment.
or wards.
No. Just a massive amount of transmutation magic. And Kay, I did not notice you approach that statue.
Yep. That's as close as I was
you
gonna get,
approach
and I
the
was
statue,
thinking,
you all hear a loud crack
Uh-oh.
Oh.
and look over to the statue standing in the far alcove as its hammer begins to rise up off the ground.
that one.
And the statue takes one massive, lurching step forward.
Ooh.
Oh! That's
Cool.
big. Zoom in on that.
One massive, lurching step forward as it removes itself from its alcove.
That's interesting.
And we are going to call it a session there,
Almost
everybody.
session. Yep, saw that coming.